Hi people, I'm just trying to get my other device up. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Alright, just give me a second, please. Trying to figure out what's the problem here. Okay. Alright, looks like we're in business now. I can't always see the comments with the new changes that they've made. Alright. I can see that a few people have joined us. I'm going to wait one more minute. Alright, sorry to have my arm in the way for a minute. I see Connie and Sharon are here. Welcome, ladies. Good morning, everybody. I see Ronnie has joined us. I got something on my glasses. Alright, it looks like it's showtime. I have 9:01. I'll wait till 9:02. Okay, we'll get started. Good morning. It's Sunday the 20th. I'm going to be showing you a couple of quick and simple Christmas cards that you can make. Or you could actually just change the greeting to a birthday, a sympathy, or whatever you choose to be. I know most of you know, but I do upload this to YouTube just in case. My name is Corinne. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been teaching stamping and scrapbooking for 20 plus years, primarily here in the Lewiston, Auburn, Maine area. So like I said, we're going to make a couple of Christmas cards today. The first one is this, let me start. This is the host code if you'd like to place an order. This is the code if your order is less than $150. Could you please use this? Also, later in the week, I will be posting the retirement products that are going to be going on sale December 1st. It will be as supplies last. I will have a new December code, and that would be in the email as well as on my Facebook page on December 1st. But if you ever need a host code, you don't know what it is, feel free to shoot me off an email or a text. I try to respond pretty quickly for the most part, if it's doing working hours. Alright, so let's get started. Gonna need this for some, so let me flip it. So the first card I wanted to show you is this beautiful Christmas card in which I used the Evergreen 3D embossing folder. It's just so pretty and so textured. And I used aluminum foil. So very simple card. I used stamp set that coordinates with that. It's not a bungle anymore. Back then it was when I first got it. So it's Evergreen Elegance. If you need any numbers or anything, feel free to text me. I'll be happy to do that for you. So let me grab my supplies. So I have a, this opens this way. It's the long hot dog style. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Grab a bone folder, burnish that. And I have another piece that is 3 1/4, I believe. 3 by 4 1/4. And then I just cut a piece of aluminum foil. I want the shiny side out. So I'm going to put my corners in first so that I can miter them. Try to get it right there. You can cut your piece of aluminum foil as big or small as you want. I just like to wrap it around because sometimes when you cut the aluminum foil, it does tear. So this way, when I put it through my folder, it's going to have a nice, crisp, finished edge. Let me fold each side, and then I'm going to burnish it a little bit. So you have to be careful in the corners here that there's nothing overlapping because it might stick out once it goes through the folder. So now I'm just going to take my bone folder and burnish this all down. Welcome to the new people that have joined us. Good morning, good morning. So that's what it looks like on this side. Now I'm going to take that beautiful folder and I'm going to put it in this way because I want my card to be long and narrow. So most of you probably know, but there's a black line in Stampin' Up! Folders. And that's to help keep your image straight. I'm going to send that through my embossing machine. I do have an electric one, so you're going to hear a noise. This is a 3D thick folder, so make sure you follow whatever cutting mechanism you have. You follow there. Isn't that beautiful? You follow their design. I also embossed my whole card. I just folded it, lined it up there. I'm going to stick that through. You'll hear this one more time. Now, if somebody can't answer your question while you're on, I do go back and read all the comments after. So see how pretty that is? And the back is pretty too because it ends up being debossed. So now I'm going to stamp my greeting on a piece of scrap here. So the first color I used was Smoky Slate for the tiny little Christmas tree. And I did want it a little subtle, so I stamped off on a piece of scrap paper. This is from the same Elegant Evergreen stamp set. So nice and soft and settled. And then I took the warm wishes from, I got too many wires here. The Kindness Gnome stamp set. I'm going to use the Memento Black. Stamp that right across my trees. Just like that. Bring in this punch. I didn't write the name of it. It's in the, I believe, the mini catalog. has a coordinating stamp set with it. So you can see I've centered that. I'm going to punch it out. So I'm all set with this for now. I am going to grab my white craft pad because I want to put a little bit of color on my trees here. So this is a craft ink, so it's wetter than a traditional dye ink. I'm just going to ever so lightly brush across these trees. You can see some areas I'm getting it lighter than I did in other areas. This one's going to be a lot lighter than the sample. Maybe I'm pressing a little heavier. Now you can use your blending brushes if you have them, or a dauber like I'm using. You can even use a sponge, a makeup sponge would do the same thing. So you can see that this one here is much lighter than my sample. And it just depends on how heavy you add the ink. So this time I chose to do it this way because I like to show people multiple ways that you can do it. So you want to make sure you use a strong adhesive, either your double-sided tape, or in my case, I'm using my favorite wet glue. I'm going to be a little bit generous because everything is debossed or embossed, one of the two. So this time I'm going to put it right smack in the center. Same layout, just turned it. I like to have multiple layouts that I can switch around. So we're going to use some pop-ups here. And again, because everything is embossed, I'm being a little bit generous on my pop-ups. Oops. And there we go. Center that. I want to also decorate the inside. So you can see this inside one, I did stamp it. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to stamp my greeting right up there at the top. Oh, Anita likes the landscape one better. There's my greeting. Now I'm going to bring back in my little stamp tree and my scrap paper here. I'm going to ink up this stamp really, really well. I know I don't have my labels on my stamps. I'm not consistent with that. Sometimes I put them on, sometimes I don't. Do you use your stickers on your stamps or not? So now I'm just going to keep stamping, coming down a little bit. Do one more right here. Ink it up again and come the reverse side. You can blow on it, it re-moisturizes it. So let me bring in my cloud base. Put some, oops, I must add a note on that one. Not sure what it's about, but oh well. centering that so I have a nice black frame all the way around it. So there. Same card, just different layout. All right, so card number 2 is another quick, easy, beautiful card. I have to tell you the story behind it. I'm a morning person, and I took Pearl out for a walk one morning, and the sunrise was just absolutely beautiful. It was pink, pink, pink like this with the blue coming in behind it, and I said, oh my gosh, that's a perfect card. Now, you may not be a non-traditional person because, as you can see, these are non-traditional Christmas cards, but you could certainly substitute the Merry Christmas for a happy birthday or sympathy or whatever the case may be. So again, my card is the same measurements as the previous one, 4 1/4 by 11 and a half. 11 scored at 5 1/2. And then we have a couple of panels here. This is my front panel, which is your normal mat that is 4 by 5 1/4. I have 2 of them, one for inside. I think the inside one, nope, they're both the same. So let's start off by putting some color on this. So I'm using polished pink and titanium tide. Now where did I put my blending brushes? They're probably right in front of me and I can't see them. Doesn't that happen to you all the time? It does me. So I guess I'm going to have to grab another one. Go get another one. As soon as I get off, I'll find it. Okay. So we're going to start with the polished pink. When you wash your blending brushes, some colors will stain. So I'm picking up a lot of the polished pink. And I'm going to start in the middle. You can go in circles or back and forth. So there's that one. Quick, quick, quick. Because I can't see my other blending brushes, I'm going to have to use a bootleg one here, which doesn't blend quite as well as the Stampin' Up! One. See what happens? Sometimes you get these. I wonder if there's something on it. Oh, I can see a little fuzzy right here. Let's try again. That's okay, we can live with it. The sunrises are not perfect. All right. Then I'm using the large tree that came with that stamp set and Memento Black, which is right here. I want to ink it up very well. I'm going to start in the center here. Then I'm going to do the sides. Try to put them different heights. Now, part of my problem might be because I'm on this. When it's red, you don't need the mat. Now we can stamp some lower here. And stamp this one up a little higher. There we go. I also did the same thing with a strip for my greeting. A little pink. And then a little of the titanium tide. Get my words from the stamp set. Make sure I ink them up very good. There. Right there. Welcome to those that are just joining us. This is the second card that I made. Yeah. And I'm going to fishtail my end. Put this on my card. I'm going to pop up my greeting. This must have been cut from the same. There's another word. I have no idea what it means. So I'm going to put this a little lower since I got some of the edge of my stamp on there. I want to take, excuse me, my Wink of Stella. And I want to make sure that it's nice and juicy. So I'm going to go over my trash can a little bit and push it down. You can't see, but I want to make sure it's really juicy. And I'm just flicking some of that onto my card just by tapping it onto the cap so you can see it when it dries. Alright, so let's do the inside of this card. Same principle as I did with the first one. Have a nice greeting towards the top here. See the inside. Take my large stamp again. Let me bring in a pad of paper again. I'm going to be stamping off. So the first one is full strength. Then just move it down a little bit. Move it down a little bit. Move it down a little bit. And one last time. Let's put some Tombow behind it. Bring in my card. Should have a small black frame all the way around it. Let me clean up the mess and you can see the cards again. This was the sample and this is the one we made together. So there, quick, easy cards that you can mass produce. Beautiful. You can very easily turn them into masculine cards or turn them into sympathy cards. You can use them for a lot of things. So that's the class today. I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy however you may choose to celebrate it. I will see you in a few weeks. Okay now, bye-bye. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.